So, Super Mario Party Jamboree has come out recently, and I've been having a bit of a fun time with it. I can comfortably say that this is the best Mario Party by a mile. There's nearly zero minigames that are done, the mechanics are really good, I love the Jamboree buddies, and there's no bad boards in there. However, just because there's no bad boards doesn't mean there can't be some disappointment to be had. Rainbow Galleria was the board that me and my friends were the most excited for upon its reveal, and the very first board we played. Keep in mind that we were fresh off of Superstars, where you get a lot of money and nowhere to spend it on. So, a shopping themed board seemed like a natural first choice. But the first game was... Keep talking and nobody explodes.
Oh,
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh wait, this might be you.
You're welcome.
Here's
You're
you.
welcome. I mean, that would take a while.
I've reached 8 stars. so we're on what? Turn 12 or 15? So I can get. So I'm getting 2 this turn.
Oh,
my god, he fucking of course he gets 2.
Well, I care.
Oh no.
Oh my god, and he gets a fucking boo bell. Okay, how long till Daisy just goes shooting up?
Here, Yoshi asked Boo
It
to
is
steal
steal.
a star from
A star from Goomba.
Oh, there we go.
4 stars
there's
in one turn.
There it is.
The big jump. A bit of a blowout. Shame, but it happens. My friends were somewhat bitter about the board after that, but I thought it was just a matter of an unlucky game. However, upon playing the board again, I realized they might have been right all along. The more I play the board, the more I start to realize all the flaws in it. Now, it's not a horrible board by any means. This isn't Mr. Mover, which I already made a video about, or Spaceland, or Mario Party 4. But it might be a contender for the weakest board in Jamboree, which is a shame, because it showed so much potential. So, why is that? Subscribe if you enjoy, and let's talk about Rainbow Galleria. The first thing we should do is analyze the overall layout and mechanics of the board. As mentioned previously, it's themed around shopping. You can buy items at many different places around the board, including some that are exclusive to this board alone, like the Super Dueling Glove and the markup sticker. So many special shops exist, like the Golden Shop, the 4th Place Shop, and even the Boo Bell Shop. You can see why we were excited to try this one out. You can even fill out stamps as you go to get coins from these shops. The actual layout makes a lot of sense too. 3 floors, with the bottom floor being sort of a basic start to connect to the rest, an elevator that connects the top and bottom floors, and escalators to connect them to the second floor. Thematically, this board is on point. Nothing seems out of the ordinary so far. It's when you look at where everything is placed that we start to see a bit of a problem. Game starts, and you take the north escalator to go up to the second floor. You move left. For some reason, you get the option to immediately go back down should you need to. Okay. You choose not to, and hey, look! A regular item shop. The only one in the whole board, by the way. So if you want to guarantee yourself some basic items, you need to come this way. A bit after that, and past the stamp station, you get another escalator to go onto the bottom floor. Keep in mind the escalator is only a way up on the right side, so this option is only available on the left. If you need to get there, you can go down, then go across the fountain bridge because you can access it from the left for a shorter loop, then go up. But if not, you can just not take the escalator down, and instead go up to the 3rd floor. You can land on the 4th Place Shop, which gives you coins and allows you to buy some good stuff, or you can land on the Rainbow Shop, which has some pretty powerful items like its Super Swap Mirror. If you somehow don't land on those or you're not interested, you can just go to Boo so you can get a Star Steal, or maybe try for a Chance Time shortly after. The only Chance Time space on the board, hitting away in the top left. And right after that, you can choose to get down to the bottom floor via the elevator, which you can only access like this if you come from the left. Are you seeing the pattern here? All the options are on the left side, so games are generally centered around said side unless the star happens to appear on the right. This problem becomes especially obvious when you collect a star on the left side and then all of a sudden the next star is in a place that's reachable because you have so many options to get there, so it's not very uncommon to get 2 stars in one roll in this board. Speaking of the right side, let's say you pass by the elevator from the top left and say no to it, or say yes to it from the bottom. Congratulations! You are now in what I like to dub the Walk of Shame. You better hope you have some sort of good movement, otherwise you will be going on for 30 spaces before you get to another junction. And hopefully you don't land at the thrift store either to lose said movement, especially if it's a custom dice right before a Boo Bell shop. Granted, there's 3 separate star locations in this path, as well as a stamp station, the Golden Shop, and a raffle, but it's quite a commitment to get to these, and frankly you have no reason to go here unless the star is here. Why go this far out for a low chance of a Boo Bell when regular Boo is a lot easier and has more goodies along the way? It just isn't worth it. So, how would I fix this? Well, my changes are a little drastic. The first thing I would do is switch the direction of all escalators on the bottom floor. This way, the right side actually has more options to get off, and the walk of shame is reduced to only 16 spaces instead of 30. Or rather, 15, since I'll be replacing a blue space up there with the second regular shop, right after the green stamp station. So even if you have to take the long walk, you would get something nice out of it. This would require a lot of other adjustments around the board though. For example, Boo would be a little too accessible this way, so he would have to move around. I would say top right of the second floor, where the raffle place is. Basically your reward if you commit to the fall walk of shame. We can still hold some value at Boo's current place though, by putting the Boo Bell shop in that area. You can still go for it, it's just not as guaranteed. The raffle location would have to be moved to, let's say, the 4th place shop. I still want the raffle to be kind of accessible, and having both these and the rainbow shop on the same path could make for some powerful plays. The 4th place shop would end up moving to where the Boo Bell shop is right now. So if you're stuck on the walk of shame for a long time, you can make something work. Another side effect of the escalators being reversed, these 3 spaces in the middle of the second floor are not accessible now. You will have to commit to the full walk of shame for them, and not get off at either the rightmost escalator or the one right before it. So we are allowed to have a bit of fun with these. The middle space could be another Bowser space for Chaos, or if you're really desperate for Revolution or Shuffle, or if you're really desperate for the Chance Time space right after that, just so we can have more than one on the board. I was debating if I wanted the first space to also be a Chance Time space, but I think it can remain a blue space and make it more of a gamble instead of a guaranteed wacky effect. One last thing. It'll be very easy to skip those 3 spaces if my dog could stop barking maybe. It'll be very easy to skip those 3 spaces by going down the escalator, then going back up. And in fact, it is less spaces to do so, although by 1. I also don't think the bridge at the fountain is that great right now, since it's a faster way to loop around an already pretty short loop, with the only real sacrifice being a stamp station. So I thought, why not reverse the entire loop at the bottom? It now goes counterclockwise instead of clockwise, and every space will be mirrored to the other side to compensate. But the bridge still goes from left to right. It still cuts through the loop, but now it cuts a more significant number of spaces if you really need to get to the second and third floor faster. But you sacrifice cashing in your stamps, as well as your visit to Dollar General since we'll be moving at 1 space lower than the junction. And this way you have to go through the big 3 spaces in the middle if you come from the walk of shame, if you really want to go to the left side or to the item shop. Otherwise, you'd have to do a loop at the bottom, but the bridge would make that loop a little shorter. And this is just my ideas. Some people have brought up the idea of adding happening spaces that reverse the escalators in real time. And while I don't think it's compatible with the rework I've offered here, due to Boo's new placement and all the other space reworks, it could be another interesting way to go about this. The bottom line is that Rainbow Galleria showed so much potential as a board, but fell a little flat in execution. However, with these changes, I feel like the board will be significantly better, since you have reason to actually explore the entire place instead of just being confined to the left side for most of the game. Anyway, that's it for this video. Not my first time reworking a Mario Party board, but I had to do a lot more thinking for this one. I really wish the board was better than it is now, even if the other boards are still really good overall. But this is still not terrible in the scheme of Mario Party as a whole. I highly doubt we'll be getting any changes to the board layout, but I would really love to be proven wrong. Do you all agree with the layout changes I suggested? Do you have different ideas? Or do you think Rainbow Galleria is fine as is? Let me know in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it, thank you all so much for watching, and take care.